All right. Welcome to the first attempt at a 1v1 HellaBass Live. That echo, I feel like, is going to be an issue. These headphones are not. I need to get further away. We are trying to get the moderator hooked up on audio. Let me know if that that echo is just on me, or if it's bad for the viewers. Our moderator is fighting through some audio issues here. Let us know in the chat if the audio's not too bad. Hopefully, let us know in the chat. All right, Nick says it sounds good. So what's on the line today? We got Pat in the back of the boat. Wave, Pat. We are gonna fish. I don't know how long we're gonna go. Maybe till 8-ish.
Sure.
And I've got 3 row already baked on my dash. Frogs up for grabs, Pat. I'm putting all the stakes up.
Ooh.
So first bass, biggest bass, most bass. If I win, I keep my frogs. If Pat wins, he gets my frogs.
Yeah.
Bro brownies, legendary. So that's the stakes. Yeah, small echo. I'll try to get further away. So if I get further away from Pat and don't talk so loud, it shouldn't be too bad. So we are on the Mississippi River backwaters. Hopefully, Brian, the moderator, gets his audio figured out, and he'll be able to read us the questions. And then I'll have to stare at the chat. Pat, you want to start talking trash now, or are you going to wait, or what's your plan?
I'll just wait. I'll wait till I catch the first fish before you. And the biggest one.
So the only one that you can lock down for sure is the first one. So I'm going to start out with the lava-colored bronze I-65. What do you got there, Pat?
I have just a black frog. I don't even know the brand.
It looks like a Booyah Pat Crasher.
All right, you probably know better than me.
It's probably
Can
what
you
was
hear
on
me,
Quick.
Rich?
We can, Brian.
Hey.
You're live.
Yes.
There it is. Son of a.
All right, now we're in business. Just in time.
All right, boys.
All right, Brian. We laid it out. We set the stakes. The Pad Crasher was probably what was on clearance at Shopka or Palmyra. That's usually where Pat gets his tackle from.
It is. Unless I fish with you and I win some, or you give me some. Yeah.
So did you hear the stakes, Brian?
I did hear the stakes. I've been screwing around with the settings, but I'm in. You want me to start to read off stuff, or all
Sure.
I know is
Let 'em fly.
that whoever wins, like that person's getting their frogs or something like that. So
Well, I'm putting. They're all my frogs. If I win, I get to keep them.
oh, nice.
Really,
Very,
Pat has nothing to lose but his dignity.
well, we'll see what happens here then. Nick says the spot looks familiar, and then Tim Tweet says Hella for the win, I guess.
Are people making side bets?
I have not seen anything yet.
Nick, it should look familiar to you. We're going to fish fast through this section. We did see some surface activity over here. I believe the juice is up a little ways, so we're probably going to fish fast until we either get a bite or I get where I feel like at least the juice was 3 weeks ago. It definitely looks a little different than it did in the past. This rice has gotten way taller. Some of the other grass seems to have thinned out. We pre-fished some pads on the other side that look absolutely amazing. No bites. We pre-fished for about 15 minutes before we went live. On the deck here, I've got a frog, a flappy frog, a punch and jig, a follow-up BFE on a tungsten, which I should get probably ready now that we're actually live here. And then I've got a swim jig for trying the sparse edges. What do you all got at the helm there, Pat?
I have a couple of jigs, swim jig, and another frog and a topwater.
Pat has never been here before.
I have not.
I fished a tournament here 3 weeks ago. Kind of banking on they'd still be doing the same thing. It's a visually appealing place to fish. I need to tilt my camera here. My head's cut off a little bit. Yeah, tell me this kind of things, Mr. Mod.
Gravy wants to know if Pat's a part of the board member of the Visor Gang.
No.
He does like his visor.
I like a visor, but not quite. I don't trim mine up like Rich.
Pat's a little more of a dandy, a little prim and proper. Surprised he's not wearing khakis. Ooh, that odd. Kind of broke the line.
Matt said everything's looking good.
Yeah, it does appear that we're flirting with decent 4G to almost 5G at times.
Yes, everything is looking good on my screen at least.
All right, we're gonna engage the sunglasses and get serious. Hopefully this is just haze and we're not gonna get any kind of rain because these smartphones are definitely not rated for inclement weather. That will bring this live stream to an abrupt end. At least the fishing portion. We could live stream from the Silverado. That would be exciting.
Yep. So right now the connection is on point. So fish your hearts out, guys, and hopefully you can get something.
How many? What does it say for live viewers? It said there was like 20 some before.
Where the hell does it say that on here?
Upper left corner.
46 right now. You got
Right.
9 on Facebook and 35 on YouTube.
Right on, right on.
Don't jinx it. Okay. Matt, I'll just shut up for now. What do you guys have right now, like for rods and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm throwing the Dobbin 735C with a coastal 50-pound braid to a Spronzai.
Very nice. And Pat?
I have it's a Gander Mountain series. I'm the average fisherman here.
Well, it works. It works.
He does have a Boom Boom frog rod laying right there that he's not using. What kind of? That's a Steve Kennedy green Corrado special there. The old original like greeny meanie Corrado he's got pulled up with.
It is.
Very nice.
Pat was pretty serious club bass fisherman about 20 years ago?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Give or take 15, 20. I mean, your son's almost 16 now.
Yep.
You kind of got less serious about that time.
I did.
So his equipment was pretty good 2 decades ago, and then it just froze in time.
Yeah.
Thank you, David, for the reminder for everyone to hit the like button, please. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we want to make sure we get as many live eyeballs on this train wreck as possible.
Yes, sir.
We do got a little bit of a scummy mat here on the right, and so this is wild rice, the standing vegetation that we're trying to fish here. Got a little bit of a scummy mat here. We did see some like activity, blow-ups. Don't know if they were bass or pike or dogfish when we were rolling up.
Well,
No.
here's a fun one, Rich. How far are you guys like away from each other right now? Like you and Pat.
We are about 18 feet from each other. He's in the back of the Slamus. I'm in the front of the Slamus.
They
So we
are
got one
side by side, boys.
One camera in the front of the boat, one camera in the back of the boat. That could be a different twist at some point, is where we could do this with two people in separate boats on the same lake or on different lakes. This is really, we're just kind of trying to blaze a new path here of potential, like a new way to stream and fish. So, love to hear feedback, ideas. We did a members only version of this on Tuesday night. It was pretty successful, except for the fish catching part of it.
So AJ wants to know how many followers do you have to have for a Daiwa Hella Special Coastal Edition reel?
A coastal giveaway, or like
No,
for them to
just
name
like
a reel
your
after?
own, like your own.
Probably like 1 million. I don't know.
1 million?
I don't know. That's a question for Daiwa, I guess, not a question for me. Or I could just like,
you can get a hold of that, like them from, like if you can get a hold of them for us, like AJ, that'd be awesome, dude.
at 15 or 20,000, I could probably just hire AJ to paint me one. Hopefully, PK's enjoying his dinner tonight.
There's your.
Whoa! Did you guys just see that? Did you see Frog? He's literally like cutting me off right now. Do we need to put some tape down the side of the boat here, Pat?
Yes.
Pat wants that first frog. He's like, he knows his best chance is the first one.
What's up with the different techniques right now? Because Rich is high sticking and Pat is tipped down. That's one of the questions.
Good question. I think Pat is making shorter casts to the edge, and I'm tending to making longer casts, so I kind of need to feather my lineup over this. Ooh, there's one! Ah! Oh, Pat, I got a frog if I can get it in. I'm pretty sure this is a bass. Is it a pike
Do I
or a
have to
bass?
help you?
No. Wait, is it a pike or is it? No, it's a bass.
Well,
Frog number one.
Oh man.
Well, there's one frog, Dad. I get to keep. We're gonna get to weigh this. We gotta get on the board here. So there we go.
Very cool. Now.
Much faster and better than last night, or on Tuesday night. Let's so we get a weight, and then we can update the score tracker on the bottom. See if Brian's paying attention to the instructions earlier.
I am. Yep, that's what I'm working on right now.
Put the Raptors down, try to box out Pat.
Yeah.
For the Pat fans at home, that's what a bass looks like.
You know what's weird though, Rich?
We get a little echo.
The pencil is gone now, like on that the banner thing, which is weird. I don't know.
Well,
why
you might have
that
to.
one's gone.
You might have to like take it down, and then.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, that's a little better fish than I thought, Pat. You want to verify this weight, Pat?
277.
277. 2 3/4 pieces long. All right. Let that one go.
So I have it on there right now.
Frog number one. Going in my box. I can only lose 2 frogs now, Pat.
I get to take the front now.
Do you want to take the frog? We can. What do people in the chat think? Should we let...
Yeah, hold on here. Let me see. try to catch up here. Typical boater pulls into the juice and the cold can't cast.
Yep. That's why I'm making flips. I can't cast.
Looks
Rich knows how
legal to
do this.
me. Hella owns the first fish.
Oh,
Oh, that's a.
is that a pike?
Yeah, it was. Yes.
Pat just had a fish jump all over. We should have like a bonus for like the best pike
Yeah.
or the best dogfish. What could we do? What are some ideas in the chat for like best pike or dogfish tonight?
That would be interesting. Catch, which is a good idea.
Like it might be worth flipping back for it. Would anybody put up a bounty of a super chat for a pike or a dogfish of a certain size?
Frank Kasperzak is moderating right now. First time, so yeah, be easy on me if I'm screwing this up.
So the other thing I was going to tell you is that you can right-click, like if you click on either one of us, on the upper right corner, there should be like 3 dots, and you can put it to solo layout.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So if you're like really handy and like we're mid hookup, you could switch one of us to solo layout for a better experience.
I see that. Okay, sounds good.
Or if something else is happening, or like a pike bites Pat's thumb off, or you know, anything, we could really go solo layout.
I fall over. A snake comes.
Yeah, if a snake comes, if you hear Pat start talking about a snake, definitely just put him on solo layout because it's going to get good real fast. If you want to see a grown man scream and dance and get all skittish in the boat,
Let's see. .360 camera would be nice. Mild echo, it sounds like, but I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
I need a bigger boat. I got to get a 21 footer, so we're further away.
Kyle says you catch a 5-ounce largemouth, and he will donate $40.
A 5-ouncer, huh?
A 5-ounce largemouth on a frog, and he will donate.
Not a 5-pounder.
$40. 5-ounce. Yes, sir.
5 ounce.
He wants the micro.
Yeah, he wants like micro.
I'm gonna try to flip this little island out here. It's pretty thick. Oh, there's somebody on the juice bowl up there, Pat. That's the.
Oh no.
So Pat, would you say you're a better frogger or flipper?
Flipping. I'm much better at flipping.
What about you, Rich?
I'd say I'm a better frogger. I guess when it comes to like heavy flipping grass, I mean, if we're talking about skipping a jig, then I would say I'm a better jig skipper than a frog fisherman. Definitely put frogging up in as one of my top techniques.
Well, guys, if you want to use the Omnia code, it's streaming right now, right underneath. So if you want to get yourself a Spro Bronzeye 65, you can use Hella code. It's right there on the screen. What are you using, Pat, for a frog? I'm sorry.
Pretty sure it's a Booyah Pad Crasher, the black and yellow.
Very nice.
Yes, it is.
Which I assume is on the site as well.
Yeah. I say the Booyah Pad Crasher is the best bang for your buck frog they make. Pat's pretty thrifty when it comes to fishing. You may have seen Pat in previous videos. We've definitely. Did I just miss a bite? We've definitely had like a flat side cranking video on the river, not too far from here. We have definitely had some summertime shenanigans and fun on the lake that he has his summer home on. I think what else? There's got to be 2 or 3. There's one that I ripped the skeg off my boat that Pat was in. That was a fun one.
That was a river. Yep.
We've got one. We did one in a Chan Hassan Lake. Oh, Pat's picking up a jig, folks. What kind of jig is it, Pat?
I didn't know I was going to get all these questions. I should have wrote down what my baits were.
We'll call it a generic jig. Can you tell us what the trailer is?
It's a Zoom crayfish trailer.
Zoom? Let me see. Speed crop.
Kyle wants to know
There
if
you
you got the 3-hook Dreamwalker from TK yesterday,
I did not get in on that order.
since you have your own.
I had one already.
Yeah.
I had gotten in on the last 3 or 4 drops in a row, and my fishing account needed a little break. So we let the rest of the campers get those. I definitely could have used that fish in the tournament we were in, because a 277 would have called either day for me. Wouldn't have changed my position, I guess. That fish alone. But. All right, back to the frog. Oh. The floor is lava. It was a good bite I had. He wasn't messing around. That's encouraging. I'm still trying to fish a little bit fast here. I do want to get down where I think the mayhem could be happening based on previous experience. Also trying not to completely stain the water for Patrick. Also known as Payday, aka Payday. Percent chance Amber's watching at home, Pat.
What is the percent? It's like 0%.
There's no chance that she just was scrolling Facebook and
No.
she sees us and she's like, "What's going on?"
Well, maybe. Yeah. I don't know if she's. I doubt it.
Kyle says whoever gets the biggest swamp dragon either gets a pick of the black crackle Dreamwalker or the bone.
Really? That's
Yep.
interesting.
That's what he says. I'll post it on the screen so it's.
Oh, that was a long guess. This is your chance to go solo layout.
Yep, you're on.
Not a big one, but I think it's the bass. It was a great blow up, though. Not bad. I guess he's a decent one.
Good.
I don't might have to weigh him. He might be close to that other one. Number 2. They're eating it, though. Look at that. That lava frog. That's fun. Let's just weigh it just for perspective at home.
So your first bass was 277.
277.
And your second, I'm going to update this right now.
2.13, so we don't need to put this one in. We can just record that it's the second bass. We're just basically keeping number of bass and the biggest.
Number of bass and biggest. Okay. So, like on your name right now, it says how many bass and your biggest bass.
Awesome. Pat, you want to take a shot up front?
Yeah.
All right. So we're not going to change the cameras, which might be confusing for people. Well, I suppose I could change the camera. Just have to flip it around here. Pat, you fish. I'll take care of the cameras.
All right.
The name tags might throw people off. They'd be like, who's that handsomely rugged guy up front with a visor on?
Hey, Pat, like the next time he hooks into one, just make sure you walk over to Rich's line and just snip it. That's what AJ said to do.
That sounds good. I'll push him in.
Like, I think it's, you know.
So I think I'm going to, for you, I'm going to have to move you back here, Pat, so people will be able to.
All right.
How's that look, Brian? For Pat. Maybe a little higher?
Like a little higher and to the right, maybe just a touch, or to your left, I guess.
That's pretty good. He's in the frame.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Bad.
In the back of the boat. Pat's struggling with the trolling motor already. I'm going to get one out of the back of the boat. I can feel it.
So AJ says you need sponsor prizes for each first, biggest, and most.
Well, I do. Well, I don't have sponsor prizes, but I put up my own. Ooh, something's moving back there, Pat. I don't know if I'll be able to hear it with the headphones in if one bites it, though.
Well, I think he means for the guests.
For the guests? For Pat or for the people watching?
That's what AJ said, so I'm waiting for him to respond here.
AJ, am I doing it right? Am I back in the far enough corner? Am I doing the right coasting?
For the guests, he says.
So what are the rules? Like, if I catch two more, do I get to go back up front?
No.
Do I ever get them? If Pat never catches one, do I sit back here the rest of the night?
Yes.
Rich, your wife says, let's go, Pat.
Yes.
Thanks,
Laura.
Laura and Pat are safety twins. They're like conjoined, separated at birth safety twins.
Nice.
Yeah, basically got 2 for 5 pounds, roughly. Unofficial.
Gator says, evening, everyone.
Did we get a live count update? Are we growing?
No, we're about, well, let's see. Facebook is 6 and YouTube is 40 right now. So we're like holding about that right now. Yep. Yeah, we're about holding about that.
You know, if you are on Facebook or YouTube and you want to just gently caress the like button, then more people will know we're trying some fun stuff out here today.
Yes. Question from Frank. Why the coastal for frogging, Rich?
Yeah, I like it because it's a 150 size reel with a 200 size spool in it. That's part of it. So you got a small frame that's easy to palm, but it holds a lot of line for like really sending. I haven't made any real long casts, but I would say both my fish were on reasonably good long casts tonight. But I like to really be able to send a frog if I need to. And then the coastal is a saltwater inshore reel. So it's beefed up a little bit, right? It's kind of designed for like reds and sea trout and all that stuff. So I just feel like it's got a little bit better gearing. And when you're frogging with 50, 65-pound line and you're reefing on them, it doesn't hurt to have a little extra gearing for leaning on them. It's on the Daiwa Tatula SV system, so I feel like it's a good system. It doesn't backlash. It casts really well. I don't know. And the blue looks super sweet on my Champ XP. So those are all the main reasons. Pat, why did you select the reel that you have for frog?
The same exact reasons. The sail.
Actually, it was on sale at Bass Pro in 1996.
Yes.
Oh man, he absolutely. Oh, he's got to come back for this. He like rolled on it and then missed it, and then came back and got it. But he like, man, I don't know how I missed that. Wow, that was aggressive.
It was.
This is how it's going to be, huh, Pat?
Even with your fishing rod.
You picked up my rod and tried to flip back in there. So I saw like this boil as I was pulling it over the reed stocks, and then when my line hit the water, he came up and grabbed it again and tight lined me, and he dropped it before I could set the hook. Super weird. Of course, that Pat's not on 100 trying to get away from it right now. I'm pretty sure it was a bass. I'm really surprised he didn't come back for it. He was super aggressive.
Kyle says if you catch 2 more fish before Pat, then you have to start using a spinning rod. And like everyone says that's how it should be. So.
Oh, he hit it again. I missed him. All right, he took my bug though. He got the BFE off my hook. So we're gonna pick up this tube craw from the pile here. We're gonna throw that back in there. I'm thinking he's not the biggest fish in the world. I put my own raptors down to keep Pat from
I see that.
going too far. I feel like I made a good presentation back to the.
You want to like explain to them what you guys are throwing right now?
So we were throwing mainly frogs, and now I have I had a BFE to flip back on it because he wouldn't come back for the frog, and I'm trying to now flip back this soft plastic Texas rig, which I did get him to eat it again. Somehow he ripped the BFE off my line, off my hook, without getting a hook in him when I set the hook. So I'm flipping a 795 here with like pretty heavy braid.
What about you, Pat?
I got a quarter
He
ounce
took my
jig.
bait again. How do you do that? Running out of baits in the garbage pile. Throw back at him. Guess we'll try this D-bomb. Afraid this fish is going to be full of plastic.
What were you saying, Pat?
I got a quarter ounce bitsy jig with a Zoom crayfish on it.
Also known as a speed drop.
Yes. Speed.
Mike wants to know, are you primarily fishing close to the bank and working it back to the boat?
Yeah, we are. We've selected a shallow backwater here on the Mississippi River where like max depth out behind us is like 6 feet, and we are fishing up in a foot or two. Fish that are pushing bait on these kind of shallow emergent vegetation.
Where do you expect the most strikes?
The first two were kind of back in there. This last one is kind of right on an edge. That's supposed to make a more effective presentation here. I have no idea whether this fish is now in the vicinity anymore. That fish in a little deeper. Train's going by. Would throw back in there now, Pat. Oh, he's got the frog back out. I don't know. We might have to give up on this one. Exciting. But this is how I would normally approach a fish in a tournament. Like, I would definitely work. If I missed a blow up, I would give it ample opportunity to come back and try to clean them up, because it's easier to try to get one to bite that you know where it is versus just randomly fishing. So, you got that marked for later, Pat?
I do.
Coming back. I'd probably stay out on the edge of this, Pat. We want to get up to that point up there because I feel like that's where it's gonna go down before we run out of time. Flip this sparse clump here.
Pat, if he misses one more, spin the boat around and cast back at it.
Well, he didn't spin the boat, but he definitely cast it at it. He didn't waste any time either.
No.
Pat has already said there's basically this is no holds barred. So
Exactly. I just
Rick,
know
you're
you
not
would do the
fishing
same if I
fast enough
missed
right
one.
now.
what was that, Brian?
Ralph says you're fishing too slow right now.
We are. We got to cover more water.
I guess. $6.15 right now, just for.
So we're about 45 minutes in. We've caught 2. We've missed 1. Definitely better than Tuesday night, which I fished for like 3 hours and caught an 8-incher and a 13-incher and broke one off. And
For anyone who missed it, do you want to say what sizes you got? You got a 277 and a 213, both on frogs, or?
yep, both were on the Bronzeye 65 and Lava. Try the flappy frog off here. I don't know. Swim here. Look at this guy take on my rod. It's gonna be back here the whole night. I might as well just. Chances of Pat getting the 2 here is probably slim. Let's be honest.
Like head right towards the point, or do you want to keep?
No, you can just go up this edge here. We can fish this edge quick. I would say go between this weed mat and the.
Pat, so Eric Storm says if you don't catch anything in the next 5 minutes, switch back.
All right.
Like we should switch.
Oh,
Fish.
come on.
Swim jig. Oh, I lost it because my drag was not set properly. That was a fail on me. Pat making sure it won't eat the frog. That was a swim jig bite on the edge of the grass there. It might have been a pike. I don't know. It was... Man, I'm blowing it. I could be up 4-0 right now.
Yeah.
Well, lots of misses right now is what. What are you on right now, Rich?
Switched to a 3/8 ounce swim jig with a menace grub, but fishing on like.
You're in the Mississippi right now, correct?
Yeah, Mississippi River backwaters. Gotta send it.
Lesson number 14: set your drag and suck less.
Yeah. I have noticed that I feel like Shimano drags back off. Like, I don't have that problem with my dial reels. I would say this corner starts slowing down, Pat. Like,
Okay.
Rich, I'll be right back.
sounds good. 60-some people, Pat. Your
Ooh.
chance to show everybody what. Do we have any sportsman bassmasters in the crowd?
Just me, former.
I don't know. They still talk about you, Pat. Every time I draw a coin with some sportsman, they're like, "Aren't you friends with the guy that used to be in this club a long time ago?"
Legend.
Boy, he took care of that boat better than Kevin ever did.
Yeah.
If it's the same as it was before, as we get into this pocket, we should see the water clear up here.
I'll give you the front back. It's your show, man. I'm not catching them.
I gotta move all my rods again.
Yeah.
BBC, I'm not trying to steal your job. And it sounds like they'll be off the water by 8, but you can hop on whenever you want, dude. Ralph, the score right now is Rich has 2 for about 5 pounds, and Pat has not caught a thing yet.
I don't know if Pat's had a bite yet.
Had a blow up
You did?
that northern.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that. You actually had the first bite, right? Or was that after the bass?
Nope, that was after.
Oh, what was that, Pat? You turned around and they started blowing up behind you.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, hurry up, Pat. I'll let you throw in there first. Little charity. Oh my gosh, he's switching the eyes.
Rich, have you ever used a buzz style toad on your swim jig, like a Zoom horny toad?
No, but I've definitely seen it done. That's a pretty good cast. Deliberate. That fish didn't come back. It definitely looks like it's gotten a little shallower in here. Ooh, something blew up like way back there, Pat. So in those tag clumps over there, I got one of my best ones. Tournament. Oh, I just heard a beat. Somebody coming in. Oh, I just had a bite. Missed him. He missed me. I don't know. He hit the frog, but he didn't like.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Pat's tried to throw my phone in the water.
I did not touch that. No. That was your hook set.
So you're saying it happened all by itself?
Yes.
Yo, I added you, BBC. You're in, BBC.
You shook
wait,
the
what'd you
boat,
say?
I said you're in right now.
Oh, okay, I got you. Alrighty. Well, I will see how long I can stay in. I'm not sure how long.
How the hell did I
Missed a bite. My phone's falling.
So can you switch stuff, BBC, on this right now?
I don't know if
Yeah,
I made him.
let me get
admin.
this.
I need to make.
Let me see here.
I don't know if you'll
I'm
be able
not
to-
on my
you-
computer.
I don't know if you'll be able to update the stats. 'Cause I don't think I made him.
Yeah, I cannot. I cannot do anything. I'm just backstage.
But we can hear you.
Yeah. Yep, that's good. Brian, how come you don't have your camera on?
I don't even
You a
have
little
a
shy?
camera. No, I don't even have a camera.
Okay.
I know they had gaming computers that don't have cameras. Oh, did I lose them? Ah!
Oh,
You guys-
man.
I don't think this fish is real big, but I still want to catch it. I might have stung him. I might not have. I
Sweet fish.
don't know. That was definitely a real fish. This is
So
some
how's
of
the fishing so far?
Well, we've caught 2, missed
Mhm.
now 3.
I gotcha.
So markedly more exciting than Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Well, let's hope you guys will be able to put up a good show here tonight and catch some big fish, hopefully.
Oh, I did catch a 277, so that's not a terrible fish.
That's not bad. It's not horrible. Oh, I just clicked something.
Don't be afraid to throw a swim jig out behind us, Pat. Like, there were definitely fish caught in this little sparse area.
You guys have anything to ask these guys? It's been nobody's really saying much, and BBC looks like he is
MIA?
locked. Yeah, yeah, he's locked up.
Am I back?
A little, seems like there's like a little extra weird feedback noise from Brendan.
Yeah, I think something's happening here, so I'll let you guys get back to your fishing. So, good luck.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, Rich, on the screen, like, since I'm not on a cam, like, how do I get the bottom of me out of there? So it's just
No.
you and Pat.
You can try clicking on like the 2 box layouts on the left. Does that work? Or does it go 3 wide? I don't know if you can kind of like,
Yeah, I'm
or
gonna
you can
scroll
try
down
clicking.
real quick.
You can try clicking remove, and I don't know if we can still hear you or not. We didn't have time to like play around with this beforehand. I wanted to kind of like.
Yeah, I understand.
I feel like there's a way because I feel like the Big Bass podcast has Nathan's audio, but we never see his face. But I don't think it's too distracting down there. It's just a little box, so like, I don't think we need to stress it. We can figure it out some other time.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was just wondering, but
If we didn't spend 15 minutes trying to figure out your audio, then we would
yeah,
maybe figure that
seriously.
out.
But I figured it out now, which is good at least. For the guys who are late to the stream, what are you guys throwing right now?
So we are both throwing frogs. I'm throwing a bronze-eye 65. Pat's throwing a Booyah Pad Crasher. I'm throwing kind of a reddish-brown lava color. Pat's throwing the black and yellow. We are fishing for my Spro bronze-eye frogs. So we have one up for first, one up for most, and one for big. So far, I've got first locked down, and I've got a lead in both other categories. So if I win, I get to keep my frogs, and I get Pat's dignity. If Pat wins, he gets my frogs. So, and those are sun-baked, ready to rock and roll, natural red brownie killers. And, you know, part of this is just seeing how this works. Is it well received? Do people like it? Because, oh man, did you see that? That was literally like a 2-pounder, like jumped out of the water right next to the boat after my frog. I was just like reeling it way too fast. He's just, Pat's making an adjustment. He's diving in the rod locker for something. What are you going for, Pat? Tell the people what you're scheming here.
I'm gonna put a rattle in it.
Oh, and your frog.
Yeah.
Well, my frog's already got a rattle in it, but I don't know how far that fish. Like, I don't know if he was in the open pocket and I just reeled it over his head, or if he tracked it that far and then tried to like. It was like another 2-pounder. I told you this water would clear up, Pat.
Yep.
You see, there's a big school of minnows in front of your face there.
Yes.
Let's get one right here, folks.
Where's the pup right now, Hella?
He's
Cooper.
at all Copper's at home with the other dogs. He was out most of the day. So we'll get home and let him back out tonight. But that's the advantage of working at home. They get to kind of be out all day, and then they can take a nap while we're out evening fishing for fun. So until that fish interrupted me, right, I was explaining that I think this can be a fun, interesting way to bring live fishing to the streaming world. I mean, people have definitely done live fishing, but a lot of times it's just staring at their back, no interaction with the comments. And I just think this could be a cool way to do some fun stuff. Me fishing solo, maybe some smaller fun tournaments, maybe some 1v1s like this in the boat, maybe some 1v1s with guys that are in separate boats. You know, kind of keep tabs on, you know, like we could do this against, you know, whether it's Pat or somebody else, we can, you know, set the cameras up and then we're Bluetoothing. It's kind of almost like the team fishing for MLF where they're talking the whole time. I don't know. You know, and if other people have other ideas how to make this better, I'm all open to ideas. And I guess I'd like to hear, you know, I don't know what people say in the comments, Brian. Are they digging it? Is it boring? Is it cool? Is it different? Like, what are people?
Like, it seems like everyone's just watching right now. Like, there's not a.
They're just waiting for me to miss. Waiting for me to miss the next frogfish.
Ralph wants to know if any of you guys are going to downsize, maybe throw the Senko, the wacky, like the wacky rig, maybe a buzzbait.
A buzzbait could be interesting out here. There's something just waiting.
there.
I do have a flappy frog tied on. I feel like the two bites that are the bites that I've missed. I don't know. I don't know that. I feel like it was a little bit of bad luck and a little bit of maybe just fishing a little too fast. Like I mean, the two bass that I caught, they both had the frog choked, which I feel like is a good sign. Like I take that as like I think you're mostly doing the right thing. This is not like the most prolific fishery in the world, so also got a little shallower. So that maybe getting out on these edges maybe a little more. The water has definitely dropped a little bit. There's definitely some fish moving around in here though. Maybe we get out in the point here and it might be loaded.
Darius says hello from Indiana.
What's he doing? I thought Darius was in Kentucky.
And
Darius
AJ
King?
said I would drop shot that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. It's literally like a thick mat of grass right next to the boat. It's like only about 6 inches of water over. It's not. I mean, we could basically throw a frog here. You could maybe throw a Senko on like braid.
He just got home from Indiana. I apologize.
Yeah, gross. I have to go to Indiana.
Put a blade bait on for the win.
Blade bait like a whatchamacallit, like a silver buddy. Is that what we're talking about? That doesn't seem like the best option.
BBC wants you to tie on a citizen and fish it on top of the mat.
Don't have any. Don't really want one.
And I assume you're not going to buy any yet.
You definitely could like throw like a gambler big easy or something like that around here and probably get a bite. That just cast over my line. Classic cat.
You cast it over me.
I cast it straight in front of me.
So did I.
Laura wants to know how many hours you spent on the boat this week.
Not enough. Work too much. Went to the office twice this week. Looks really good right there.
One comment says Helen needs to return to Friday morning drive trivia with his favorite Aussie. From Janadai. I don't know how to say her name.
Jeez, Pat, I wasn't paying attention.
I know.
This is my phone again.
Yeah.
Make the cast back for Pat. I need a more secure system for my phone before we lose the phone. It's not the best. I don't think it was like a big fish, but
53
my head
watchers right now, and I haven't seen like any hiccups yet with the internet, like in the connection, all that. So like everything's looking good right now.
we definitely need a more robust phone. There's like something moving right over there. Why is that grass shifting like that? What is that? So now we up to 3 fish? 4 fish missed? I feel like I was 2 for 2 at one point. Now it's like.
Reese said that was awkward once again when you knocked over your phone.
What's
Everyone's saying suction mount. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a better phone stand.
Well, part of it is I want it up high enough so you're not like staring into the sky. So I got it like sitting on top of my helixes versus like Pat's is safely down on the floor. That should be a bite. Come on. Maybe I just can't got it not set so hard, Pat. Is that possible? I don't know that I can dial it back.
Matt says compared to the others, this is the best connection he's seen so far.
Nice. There was like some kind of odd swirl next to my frog, but not on my frog. Try this one jig.
You want to throw out any shoutouts right now, Rich? Like for Arsenal fishing or anything like that?
Have been enjoying life with the new bait wraps. They are as advertised. The scissors are still cutting and braid like it's their job.
How are the mosquitoes out there right now?
There's like 0. We've had a pretty dry summer. Mosquitoes really haven't been an issue. How are the mosquitoes up north? It's actually really pleasant evening out here, isn't it, Pat?
Yeah, it is.
Besides, the fish not bothering us that bad. Make an adjustment. Pat just cut something off.
The craw tube.
He's putting on a craw tube.
Yeah.
Northern Minnesota staple, folks. He's gonna flip. He's gonna get back to his roots. Pat sharpened his bass fishing skills on the Mankato area lakes. Where are you going fishing next, Brian?
Hopefully on Saturday, either Lake Minnewaska with a friend of mine, but
Up by
Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks. Yeah, good lake. Yeah. Lots of fish to be caught there. Good lake to get bites. Have you been there before?
I have not.
It is a fun lake. Largemouth numbers are quite high there. This is the last time I was there. You don't necessarily catch a ton of giants, but like getting bites should not be an issue.
No, it should be fun.
And there are some good smallies in there. Don't be afraid to throw a top. Just missed another one, Pat. He missed me though. That wasn't me that time. That rod's got me all tangled up. Come on, the braid's all wrapped. The frog. You guys see where that one was? I'm trying to remember where it was. He had it in open water too. He should have never missed it.
What are you switching to, Pat?
A black and blue craw tube. Like a 3/8 ounce tungsten weight.
That was a Pike. I don't know.
What did you get your Omnia package, Darius? Sounds like he just got a package today from Omnia, and no jerky this time.
I don't know. I haven't heard about. I didn't get jerky in my last order either. I don't know if they're ran through that promotion already or. Maybe they didn't get as much as they did from Jack Link. That Jack Link stuff seemed to last forever.
Kyle thought this was the frog battle.
I'm trying to stick true to the frog here.
I just want to catch a fish.
It's been okay. I mean, if I would have caught every bite I had, I would say it's been good. But I haven't connected on like the last 3 or 4. I don't know if I'm too amped up, feeling the pressure of the lives, not fishing slow enough.
Pat, have you had any bites yet or no?
I just had the one northern blow up. That was it.
We're a little over an hour.
Yep, you're at 6:45 right now, and you're holding strong at about 50 viewers right now. Like, I think everyone's just kind of hanging out and watching.
It is a little bit early, right? We don't usually even start streaming until much later than this. So
Yeah, you're usually on about 8 or 8:30 usually.
like we'll be wrapping up about the time that we would start the stream normally. So there is that.
Yeah, but so far so good with the connection and everything. So I mean, this is like it's working good right now.
Let's run 5G. I missed a swim jig fish. I've missed several frog fish. What's going on? And the tournament we fished here a couple weeks ago was all catch, weigh, release. So it's not like these fish got moved.
Chris said if Pat gets a goose egg, then everyone in the live chat gets a free frog.
There you go, Rich.
From who? Pat?
From you. No.
Ooh.
It says
Hold
if
it through there.
Pat gets a goose egg, everyone watching him in the live should get a free frog. So I don't know if that means from Pat or from Hella. So
I think that's from Rich. That's
Or maybe it was the person commenting.
maybe I should get a better frog because this frog obviously sucks.
Maybe it's nothing wrong with that.
That could be too. Oh,
no. Oh, Pat's hooked up. It's a bass, folks. I'm gonna commandeer the camera here. Here it comes. You coming in? Pat's on the board. I don't think we need to weigh it.
I don't
We'll
think.
just call it a pound.
Yeah, it's not very big.
That was on the frog. You badmouth. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yes.
Look at how he's happy, folks. He's alive. Now he's only one bite away from tying up for most. Things just got interesting. Brian's got something to do. He can update the standings now. He's probably getting bored. Still there, Brian? Oh,
Yes, I'm just screwing around with this right now.
this multitasking is new for him.
Yeah, this stuff isn't easy to do when you're.
So that would have not been a keeper in our tournament. That was not a 14-incher. 12-incher though. Brian's gaining appreciation of all the things that I do while talking and entertaining everybody.
Yeah, this isn't easy.
I'm definitely seeing fish moving around. I feel like there's a lot more fish in this area than we're getting bites from. I just don't think the bite is like on. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I don't think they're like chewing right now.
Lots of guys
Back
are
to-
excited for Pat, and then a bunch of guys are not excited because they wanted a free frog. So
Shoot.
That was like, damn it! Now I'm not like Pat did. I was like, did you make your chance worse or better for getting a free frog? Casting into a little juice hole back here. I'm pretty sure I caught 3 fish in a row out of this hole in the tournament. Kind of surprised I didn't get bit. Don't look back. Just surprised we're not getting more bites from non-target.
Kyle wants to know if that was a 5-ounce bass, Rich.
I think it eclipsed 5 ounces. It was probably somewhere between 14 and 18 ounces, I would guess.
Lots of people are happy for Pat, though.
Aww,
Aw, that's nice.
that's the
Thank you.
fan favorite.
Yeah.
Pat is a more likable person than me. I think even Laura likes Pat better than you,
Yeah.
being honest.
Nick is heading out.
Thanks for tuning in, Nick. See you on the water probably in a few weeks here. Assuming that was Nick K.
Yes, that would be correct.
Yeah.
No, but
Yes, I heard a blow up. It wasn't either one of our frogs, though.
Clay wants to know what the score is.
And on the bottom. Rich, 2 fish for about 5 pounds. Pat, 1 for 1 pound.
Like, do you want me to switch up, like what it says on the bottom for like what you had set up? Because what you have set
Yeah.
up is
Yeah, you should just be able to turn that off and then add. Yeah, you can just.
yeah, because that's what
So
you
you got
had
it
set
most
up.
bass. So instead of saying most bass, I would just say 2 bass or.
Yeah, like I'll switch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Nick is heading up to Alex next weekend.
Pre-practicing. Looking a little ominous to the south here, Pat. Doesn't. It looks like there could be moisture, but is that by us already, or is that coming at us? Meteorologist Pat Bisek.
I don't know. I think it's bias.
You're hoping it's by us, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna try the flappy frog for a little bit here. Literally swirling right behind us where we were just fishing, Pat. Did he eat it good, Pat?
He did. Yeah. For as small as he was, he whacked it pretty good.
Had it choked?
Yeah.
What is at stake right now?
The stakes are the Spro Bronzeye natural red frogs that I have sun-baked to perfection. So the first bass is already secured. I've got one locked up for grabs as most bass and big bass. I'm leading both of those categories, but Pat's literally just one bite away. We didn't really set a tiebreaker for the most bass if it came to that. Would we do total weight, Pat, for the tiebreaker most bass?
I think the fans should vote for it.
Or should the tie just go to the person in back? The guest?
The guest, yes.
That's like, yes,
The guest should always
You
win.
don't seem, I mean, like, Pat, usually you're a little more confident. Like, you'd be like, well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to win anyway. But,
Yeah.
You don't seem uber confident.
I've never fished this area, so I'm not extremely comfortable with making that kind of bets yet.
There's literally nothing on stakes for you. You literally have no stakes. Other than
That's
people,
why I'm not
other
betting.
than, what do people say, Brian? What should the tiebreaker be for most fish if it ends in a tie?
So the tiebreaker from Kyle says the first one to jump in the water wins. If the let's see here, smallest bass.
Yes, I like that one.
I feel like we would have had to get an official weight on that if that was the tiebreaker.
And then Clay says challenger loses if it's a tie.
That sounds like Pat loses in a tie.
Yep, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, like I said, everyone's just kind of watching right now.
Clay, you're a big YouTube connoisseur. What do you think of this concept, Clay? I want to hear what you think. Am I onto something or am I on something, Clay? I went away from the hooded shirt that I normally wear because on Tuesday when I wear my hood, I realized it was like kind of a weird vibe. Trying to be more personable. We could do this on the other pool in the spring, Pat. No, that would be.
There we go. Let's do it.
Next late May, early June. What do you think?
Says he's watching it, so
That's the stamp of approval. I'm here, aren't I?
yes, I believe so. Matt wants to know if you ever use larger size frog, like magnum size frog.
I haven't really. I don't own any King Daddies. A long time ago, I threw that 316 frog, but never really stuck with it. Tried to find them to give away to Brendan, but I couldn't find them. I don't know. This Pro seems to be the 65 is kind of a sweet spot for me. Every once in a while, the downsizing can be good, but like I feel like I catch a lot of keepers on this, and I catch a lot of like 3-4 pound plus bass on this size frog, so it kind of feels like a pretty good size frog. Now there's one. You guys get that hook set? Not a giant. It is number 3.
Very nice.
We'll call that one a pound and a quarter. Need to weigh that, or
Yeah.
you want it weighed?
You're gonna say it's bigger than my fish?
Wow. You didn't want to weigh your fish. I remember.
You just said let's not. We'll call it a pound. I think we call it a pound.
You were like, I'll take it. I don't. Did you not think it was a pound? I shorted myself. It was 1.3. Pretty accurate though. But 3 bass should have a limit. It definitely have the bites.
You want to look at the screen, Rich, just to make sure you like the.
I trust you. The sun's in my eyes. Can't really see.
Roger.
I'm not going to complain about the price. The only thing I was thinking before that fish rudely interrupted me, I don't know if we can get enough reception down at your favorite on your home lake, Pat.
Probably not.
I think there's ways to get like cell phone boosters, which I will probably explore because I'd like to be able to do this and not just only places that have amazing phone reception.
Frank wants to know, are both cameras the same? Because I'm wondering if the difference in lighting is just from the direction that they're facing.
I think it's the sun because the sun is right into my camera right now because the sun's setting over there, whereas like the sun is at the back of Pat's camera. So
Mine's an apple too. By the difference.
what Pat's trying to say is he's a lemming, if that's what you're wondering.
Spinnerbait in this area?
Yeah, I mean, out on the edges you could throw a spinnerbait. Pat did have one tied on, I think, didn't you? Or you?
No, I just brought the box. You made fun of me.
Okay.
I did not put it on yet.
That doesn't sound like me, Pat. So the honey hole wasn't quite as juicy as I thought. We literally didn't. We had several bites. We just didn't really convert. I saw something like move the cattails or rice way back up there. Something. I don't know if that's a catfish or a carp or something, but something's definitely moving. I've definitely seen that a handful of times. That's a pike for sure. I don't know if people can see that. That thing came clear out of the water. Very pikey thing to do. Some of those missed bites absolutely could have been pike, too. That's
7 o'clock for your time check.
I mean, I think if the weather's good and the things are going well, Pat, do you have to be tucked in by a certain time?
Nope.
Me, I don't have to, so I'm good.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of play it by ear. I'll say 8 is minimum, unless that thing starts to come towards us and the rain starts coming down. Then we'll have to call it for weather at that point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rich, and like up, like above you looks a little hairy right now, but that's what it looks like on your screen.
It's kind of to the east, but I don't know if it's coming back towards us or like because off to my left, it's like beautiful.
Clay wants to know what you think about the AOI Matt Becker controversy.
I mean, I definitely think it's interesting because clearly if he doesn't catch the same smallmouth multiple times per day, multiple days, he doesn't win AOI. And in live and comments afterwards, Jacob Wheeler talked about how he like intentionally did not feel right catching the same fish over and over again. And if he would have, he only need to make up, 4 spots? He'd probably be your AOI if he would have. Now, what Matt Becker did was determined to not be against the rules by the letter of the law and the tournament director, which is unfortunate because it shouldn't have been. They should have written the rule better, and it just. But I mean, like, because when he said he wasn't fishing for him, he was like casting at it, turning his head, and like catching it, like technically not looking at it, but the MLF watched the footage. Tournament director said it was okay. Now, on the flip side of that, last year, Jacob Wheeler was one of the guys on Mille Lacs that I don't remember which infraction it was. I don't know if he was fishing with 2 lines, throwing an Alabama rig with multiple arms, a double fluke. One of those infractions he definitely broke, along with others last year at Mille Lacs, and the tournament directors also let that slide. So, I don't know. I still think rather than be like upset with Matt Becker, I'm upset with MLF and the way how they handle these rules. Because last year, Jacob Wheeler and several pros broke Minnesota state laws and were not penalized in the tournament. And I think MLF even paid their fines for them.
Oh, really? Nice.
So Wheeler won under that stipulation last year, so it's not that much different this year. So I don't know. Neither option's great, but I don't know. MLF continues to fumble the ball, it seems like. But at the same time, I want to see MLF succeed. Like, it's not good for us that love bass fishing to see MLF go away, because if MLF goes away, then the BFLs and the Toyotas and all that stuff eventually collapses, and that's not good. So before MLF bought FLW, it probably would have cared less whether they disappeared, but now that they've bought FLW, I don't want to see them fail. I don't know. Hope that answers your question, Clay. What's your take on it, Pat? That's like what? Oh? There was a tournament? Were you in it, Rich? What?
Yeah, you weren't in it, so I wasn't paying attention, Rich.
Pat, do you wanna is tonight's live brought to us by Woodbury Board and Brush by any chance?
Hey, you know what? If I can get a plug in, why not? Although guys are probably not going to go to the store, but maybe their wives.
But tell them what a great what a great gift if you're in the metro area. You could buy probably a gift card or buy them a class for your wife or your kids at Woodbury Board and Brush.
Yep, send them off. They can go take a class during the course of the day, and you go fishing.
And then there you go.
Support a small little business.
Is that a bite, Pat?
No,
that was just your frog flash.
Just my frog hitting the water.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
It looked weird. No, just help you double check.
Clay was happy with that answer. Are you guys still using the same frogs right now, or have you switched at all?
Neither one of us has switched. I've mixed in the flat frog for a few here and there just to see on the edges. I haven't got a response. I don't know how much further I want to go down this thing. The water actually looks pretty good. We might just go down to this pad point. I feel like maybe I should be testing the swim jig a little. We come back the other way, I might try to back off and throw a swim jig a little more, just to see. Because a little bit of time, I did have one really good bite on that swim jig. My drag was not set properly. What's even on that? We're getting just enough action on the frog to keep us tuned in. I could try a white frog. My buzzy frog is kind of like a shad pattern. I don't know if that would make a huge difference. He's not the biggest fish in the world, so I could consider going to I mean, Pat's on the Pad Crasher, which is a little bit smaller frog. Not like miniature, but it's not like, it's a little bit smaller than 65. I could try like a light bottom baby Terminator maybe, just to mix it up. But I don't know.
I'm going to step away for a sec, Rich. You want to talk about maybe what you got going on this weekend or next for streams?
Yeah, no, I haven't looked at next week's schedule. I'll try to do one next week if sports and everything allow, like a Wednesday or Thursday night. Try to maybe get a guest lined up. I was thinking maybe Kason Hayers, who's the defending Bass Nation and TBF champion. He actually has won the TBF co-angler 2 years in a row, and the Bass Nation. So do like a co-angler stream. Oh, Pat! What you got there, Pat? Flipping? Flipping. A little bit bigger than the last one, not much. Number 2 for Pat. I'll have to let Brian know. That was on a tube crop. Call that a pound. I'm going to give you a pound 2. Do you want to weigh it? You'll be like, I'll take it. You're like, I'm afraid it's only 1-1. So
Yeah.
now he's back. He's back within 1, but now we've got a new clue. Maybe we should be flipping more. Maybe we're fishing by him.
My battery's getting low too.
Did you come 100%?
I did.
I didn't tell you to bring a cord though, did I?
Yeah. No, you did not.
We might have to go to a single camera.
Yep, everything's updated.
So we just caught one. Did you know that, Brian? Did you see that?
Yep, I had him on.
You got Pat's second fish?
Yep.
We weren't sure if you were still MIA. So together we got about 8 pounds for 5, maybe 8.5, maybe 9. Yeah. Probably 8.5, 8 3/4 for 5. Definitely some room right here. I'm thinking some of these fish were missing on frogs are that size, and that's why we've missed some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like, maybe I can 1 pound my way to a frog. That's what he's thinking.
Yes.
He's like, maybe I can flip up a bunch of 13 inchers.
One at a time. So maybe I'll get a Senko out. Drop shot.
AJ, drop shot. You're watching. AJ, if you're watching, what color or what would you drop shot in this vegetation? I assume you'd go Texas rig. What would you be drop shot? Rubble worm, Senko, trick worm, something else?
I don't know if AJ is on right now.
What?
And if he is, he's
Lurking?
yeah, he's lurking.
Just listen. Maybe he's actually painting bait. He's trying to do something, maybe make some money. For those who don't know, AJ's got a YouTube channel. He's been posting some YouTube shorts. Brian, any chance you can find the link to AJ's page?
Yeah, I could probably find that. And then, yeah, he is actually watching. And he said, Texas rigged roboworm.
Texas rigged roboworm. Pat, how many roboworms do you own?
I don't think any.
What color, AJ? Also, I think if you have a browser, I think you could actually like show your screen. You could show AJ's YouTube page. testing Brian's moderation skills now.
Yeah, you are.
That's how I like teach interns. I just put them on the spot. That works. So it's the same thing. So I guess the question is, who out there would want to do a 1v1 in separate boats someday in the future? That could be kind of fun. Spicy. Oh, what happened there, Pat?
I have no idea. He didn't.
Did you get the hook into him?
No, he never even touched it.
Oh, just as you lifted it out, you went crazy and missed it?
Yeah.
Well, AJ says, depending on the
Oh.
water color, you're like either the pumpkin Punisher or the green neon pumpkin.
Which one, Pat?
The green neon pumpkin.
It definitely has a little stain to it. Not like dirty, but it's not. It almost seemed a little pikey, what that fish did.
It very well. That's.
Pat did generate a bite on another flipping bite there. We got some big luscious pads out here. I've not really got many bites around pads, but we're gonna just try this little corner here before we turn around, just to see if something's changed. Usually like them big fat river pads. I feel like the constant like braid casting is like ASMR. So do people think it's essential to catch fish in these lives to make them entertaining? Or is just the chat and the fishing and the scenery enough? I mean, obviously we want to catch fish, but like, how imperative is it? Pat's going back to the frog. Try flipping this isolated clump. I'm not a big fan of like flipping just huge, expansive like pads or reed lines and stuff, but I do like flipping clumps. High percentage areas. I mean, if the bite clearly is what it is, I will do it, but like, my preference is to kind of target.
Rich, are you still using the DC 735C for your frog?
Yes, sir. All right, I think we're gonna spin her around.
So Justin, that would be the Dobbins Champion XP 735C.
Which in the few fish that I've hooked, there's been no challenge. I've a monster just overpowered them. But I've missed a couple, or they've missed me. But I don't feel like that's really setup related. All right, I'm gonna try a swim jig on this edge here. See if that yields anything. We got a little breeze that we didn't have earlier, Pat. I don't think that'll hurt the situation. Pat, if you want to try one of your spinnerbaits, that would be the time.
On my what?
But if spinnerbait, now would be the time.
Oh, yeah.
Not nothing. Should be able to catch a pike on this. Kind of like nice. I can hear like Pat's like braid casting and clicking in my ears. Just enough bites in this area to make me not like necessarily want to go like run around and like look for new stuff. And there's rice and slop all over this backwater. Kind of sticking to high percentage areas with our limited amount of time on live. If we were out fun fishing, I'd be more likely to kind of like explore a little more.
Guys, that would be the link for AJ's YouTube channel, Horseshoe Tackle. I put the shorts on. Like, guys, assume you can subscribe from there.
Go watch them. Leave them some comments. Tell them what you want to see. Tell them HellaBass sent you. You know, he's been putting up some bait porn via YouTube Shorts. Pat, what's your favorite short vertical form video platform? Are you a Reels guy? Are you a TikTok guy? Are you a YouTube Shorts guy?
TikTok guy.
Yeah. What he's saying is he likes to dance.
Yes. Dance.
Pat's gone back to the frog. Still throwing a swim jig up here. We have had a few bites in the spar stuff that we haven't necessarily hooked up on. It's been kind of a mix. We've had some bites really in there. We've had some bites on the edges. We've had some bites out in the spar stuff. I don't know, Pat. What are you thinking? Is there anything you want to do differently?
No. What is there any difference on the right hand side here versus left? Is it more pads and just
I mean,
slot?
I haven't like fished all of it, but like I'm trying to stick to areas that were productive a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
But this was definitely the money stretch back then. There is a stretch down about a few miles down where it comes out to the river that did produce some fish.
Stearman says, Pat wants to go where the fish are. Kyle said that like that everyone should use the Hella code for horseshoe tackle for 75% off. So
Code HellaBass gets you a free holographic sticker with every order. Grass, stringy, gross. Stringy, get this off. We kind of was tempted to throw on a buzz bait.
like, are you guys in sparse cover right now, heavy cover, or open water? It's kind of hard.
Kind of like I'm out on the away from the edge of the emerged vegetation, trying to like try some of this submergent. Kind of not really that great of grass, but wanted to just kind of see if they were out roaming a little bit. Trying to duplicate that one bite I did have on a swim jig over yonder. See if they're out here cruising. Not necessarily. It wasn't an exceptionally hot day. It was kind of, I don't know, what's the hazy today.
Yeah.
But like they definitely have heavy cover, but they could definitely be out on the edges. And that's what I'm just trying to keep honest here. Especially now that we got a little breeze.
The guys who are watching right now, like, how do you like it so far for the first actual live, I guess you'd call it,
On the water.
like on the water? Yep.
How about you, Brian? Is it more fun just to watch and take it all in, or now that you're, is it like what?
Like for right now, it's like it's a lot, like on the StreamYard and stuff. But I mean, it's fun. It's just hard to keep up with everything.
Just imagine if we were actually catching fish constantly, and you had to like be.
Yeah, I'd be screwed. I'd have to. Yeah.
We'd have to call in the big guns, BBC. Going back to the frog. $25. Is this me or Pat super noisy when he does tackle? Oh, what do we got? Oh, here comes the. Here, Pat's like, I should tie on a buzzer. I was like, I'll tie on a buzzer.
Yeah.
We got a clacker buzzer.
I do.
Black clacker
Black.
buzzer. Once you go black. Kind of thought as we got towards sunset here, they'd start just chewing. I don't know. That doesn't seem to be the case. It almost seemed like the bite was better when we first got here, and it's kind of faded. Almost feels like we should have slowed down where we started and not rushed to get over here. I don't know. nothing else, people will get a little buzzer ASMR for home. Definitely would like test both directions, Pat, with the buzzer. You had to guess how old's that buzzer, Pat.
How old what?
How old's the buzzer?
You know, it's probably only two years old.
Really?
It's just, yeah, it's young.
You get it at Fleet Farm?
No, I don't think so. Like Cabela's.
Where do you buy most of your tackle?
Cabela's. You know, either Omnia online or Cabela's, because they're right in Woodbury.
I just have something awake behind my. Great doggy thing to do here. I'm trying to get that shoe fix fight. You have it? Something. He hit it. Whatever he is, he hit it, but he didn't eat it. So I tried to bring it out of the water. He definitely hit it. So he like dropped it.
I'll get it for you.
Pat literally casted like 6 inches to the right of where my bait is right now.
I didn't cross over it.
I feel like it's a dogfish. It's acting really weird.
Chris says maybe it's time for the Omnia move of the day.
I like your thinking, Chris. BBC sighting? Actually,
I'm back.
I've got I got a task for you, Brian.
What would that be?
So, try opening StreamYard in a new tab or window.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
He's like, oh boy. Here we go.
Okay.
And then I think, is there anything that says members on the left side?
Yep.
If not, click on members.
Yep.
And does it allow, since you're an admin, does it allow you to change Brendan to an admin?
Yep.
All right, do that.
All right, I did that. Like, do I have to
No, it'll just,
save it or anything? Okay.
I don't, maybe you do, or okay, or something like that, but like, I don't know, Brendan, you might have to leave and come back in for it to like work. But
Yeah, because right now he is an admin, so.
that'll give you the ability to like edit banners and update like the real-time scoring and that kind of stuff. saw something swirl way up there. It was a 2-pounder that like literally jumped out of the water trying to get my frog back in this corner. I kind of want to catch him. Pat, do you want me to catch him?
Yeah, do it.
Oh. That's like my biggest. That's the only one that's rooting for me. Everybody else is on Team Pat. Got this little isolated pad pump right in front of the boat here. I don't know that we've got any bites around pads, but I'll try it still. Oh, did you just flip in there, or was that a frog, Pat?
I just flipped.
I was about to flip in there, you dirty dog. Pat knows my tricks. He knows what I'm about to do. Or something.
Still waiting for
The blow up over here.
Brendan to enter back in, but
I missed it kind of. Oh, not too bad. I don't know if that's a bass or not. I think it's a pretty good fish, whatever it is. So we saw one swirl. I had my frog rod in my hand. Pat was diving for his, but I already made the cast. And we got our first pike of the night. Pat, are you jealous?
I am.
You want to bring this home for Amber?
Nope. You can. Laura and the kids will have it. Fish tacos.
Yeah, I like deep water pike, not necessarily shallow, slimy pike.
so do you want that on the the ticker?
Does not need to be on this. I don't think we had any official bounties for pike. I don't think Kyle put up any dream walkers for pike.
Sounds good.
I'm surprised it took that long to catch a pike, to be honest. Could have just dropped it on top of Pat's iPhone. Got it all slimy. How are Noah's earbuds working?
Doing all right. I almost lost him once, but
Oh, dude, he literally like bit the tails. All my skirt's gone.
nice.
That pike literally chewed off, or like bit, either when I removed the grass, I pulled the skirt out.
Put that up there one more time, Rich.
Lost the tails to our frog.
Look at that.
Do I throw it? Okay.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Viewer's choice. Keep throwing it or change frogs. I don't know without those things in it. I don't know if it's going to like pick up water though. Without those holes. But this gives me a great opportunity to do a YouTube video on how to replace frog skirts. I think if I let it sit, it will slowly pick up water. But if I keep it moving, it'll be okay.
Carol says switch it out.
What would you do, Pat?
I just keep on fishing with it.
That's because you
Saying
want
that
to
because
win.
you feel like that puts you in an advantage, or because
Yes.
I mean there are definitely some guys that literally cut them down to nubs when they're fishing like mats. And I definitely do keep mine pretty short when I'm fishing mats. I feel like it's catching more weeds now. Like those little rubber legs are kind of like deflectors.
Clay says go to a toad. Jim says stick a Senko up it. You know what?
Well, the weight's still there. That's not the issue. I definitely have repaired frogs with putting Senkos and ring fries up there. Hoo-ha's. But just missing the skirt site. Should I tie on the one that I won from Pat?
You might as well see if it outfishes this one.
Patrick wants to know if you have a tackle on board right now or no.
I do not. I have swamp donkeys, but I don't have any teckles in the boat. I have some teckles at home. But actually, I have a teckle. Was it the sprinkler or whatever? That one I have, but I wouldn't. I would throw that on the edge of this, but I wouldn't throw that in the thick stuff. I didn't really have a bite, Pat, but you
Didn't you?
no. But thanks for coming in just in case.
Yeah.
I just really don't want to swap that frog out. It's, maybe it's an opportunity to get some viewer participation. It is? Oh, yeah. All right. So we can probably just not let it sit up there then. We're gonna. Pat's phone died. We went through all 100%. So Pat, by the grace of God, catches one. We'll just have to turn the camera. Pat,
Yeah, so you are on by yourself right now.
All right. Let's see here. Choices. Could do smallish Terminator, brown, white bottom. Could do black sumo frog. Black and yellow snag proof.
Frank says like the blue frog to match the reel.
Yeah, this is a Mad Max true tungsten frog that doesn't come out when there's no money on the line. I got this Spro black with a little blue. This actually has one leaks. That one needs to be fixed. Never mind. I don't know. Let's maybe try. I'm just gonna mix it. I'm gonna try this smaller Terminator just for giggles.
Spearman says use the one that catches the fish.
So insightful. We've thrown all dark frogs thus far, so you going up front to take the helm here, Pat, or we just? We could fish both on the front. I could also put the camera in that mount in the back. Could be an option. Don't have is there a rattle here somewhere in the pile? Like a quick shove in here. Some engaging stuff here. I don't see one. We're just gonna rock it. All right, we're gonna try the baby Terminator. Over in this corner where we're going, I did have a 2-pounder come clear out of the water as it tried to shark my frog as I got close to the boat. I'd like to figure out a way to ring that one up.
What are you using right now for line, Rich?
50-pound Daiwa J braid in the moss green.
Frank said he would like to see a boat first bank with the angler's choice of location, signal permitting.
Yeah, it could be fun. Like in theory, right? Like I could fish against Debo in Cedar Rapids, and I could be fishing anywhere. And we could tailor the rules, right? Like, maybe it could be more of a numbers thing, or we could try to do, certain techniques. I mean, kind of the sky's the limit of things we could try, and tailor the rules to make it fair, right? Like, I think Clay's down in like, are you down in like Texas or something, Clay? Like, we can come up with a way to like make it even, handicap it.
What do you use in your frog box, Rich, to keep the hooks from rusting out? Like, do you use baby powder or do you use anything?
Not really. I mean, I don't typically put them in the way. Like, I'll typically, like, when I cut one off, I'll throw it in my day box or something. Like, I won't throw it right in the box. That one might have some of those rust inhibitor, like, just inserts in it. But, like, I don't do anything, like, super special. I don't really have issues with things rusting in the boat, to be honest, most of the time. Starting to get a little dark out, 7:44. I don't know if I need the shades on, Pat.
Yeah, I was just gonna say 7:45 right now, just as a time check.
So here comes the buzzer. Make a few casts out the other way too, Pat. Like this corner with this clear water, they definitely could be out and about. Need to get a bite on this Terminator frog. My confidence is dropped.
Yeah, you could do like a yak versus boater or a bank versus boater. Lots of options, as people are saying.
There's the frog that I went with. Yeah, I just kind of whoever had this frog trimmed it really weird. I just hacked them off because they had one really long and one short, and I just That's been here.
Sean says, get him, Hella. So Sean is in the house.
Sean, we have made it. Sean lies here. You know you're doing something right when Sean makes it. It started out really promising, but we've definitely like slowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely like there was more activity earlier. Now it's just kind of like rolled off.
So what happened to your frog, Rich? Why is like the one leg shorter than the other? Like from a pike, or
I don't know. I think I borrowed it. I think I borrowed it to Michael, and he trimmed it weird. I don't know. Or I've had it forever, and back when I had it, I thought trimming it one shorter than the other was smart because it walked better, but I don't really believe in that anymore. So, but it was way too lopsided. Like, Even when I was trimming them, like I don't remember like trimming them that staggered. So we just lopped it off, and I did get a bite or two over here earlier, but you saw a northern? Oh. Gonna get him, Pat? Like the whole pocket to the right? Oh, you just. Well, we got a dogfish patrolling the area here. I guess. Ugh, that was not a good cast. This where I had a bite right over there earlier.
Frank says, say hi to Pat from everybody.
Hi to Pat from everybody. Sorry, Pat can't hear us anymore, so I gotta like.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi to Heather, if you're listening, Heather, and reading the chat. Flipping a clumps here. Hasn't really paid off yet. Try the flappy. I'm throwing the old. This kind of looks kind of sparse. Try the old row flappy. The Leech Lake bass would absolutely maul this flappy frog when they would try to eat it. Somewhere right in here is where I missed that fish on a swing.
So, Rich, who do you think is the best frog angler out there? Like Rojas or?
I mean, I haven't seen where he's like really made a frog. I mean, I'm sure he's still plenty good. I don't know if it's just a matter of like them not being on areas, but I just have not seen that in a while. I mean, the last guy to really win majority on a frog was Lee Livesey in Chickamauga a couple years ago during the COVID schedule. That's a good question. Yeah. Cliff Crochet's pretty good. He probably catches more fish on a frog than Dean does these days. It's tough. I would say Cliff's probably my favorite frog angler. How's that? It's hard to say which one's the best. It's not like I've fished with any of them. I can tell you that I'm the most disappointed with the Rumbanis signature frog. The Stanford frog is not my favorite frog by a mile.
Clay says he thinks Cox is his favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he does definitely throw the frog a decent amount. I feel like he throws like the general and that kind of stuff a whole lot more. But like, yeah, I mean, Cox is pretty high on my list of just anglers in general for sure. Seems like
What about Ish?
Yeah, I mean, Ish is a good frog fisherman. He's not the most likable person at times.
what about Kyle Welcher?
Yeah, Kyle, he's pretty good with that frog. I like Welcher. He's definitely probably one of the rising stars in the frog game. Kind of surprised that like the swim jig hasn't played more as the sun has went down. With those clouds to our east, or west, we're not going to have much daylight much longer. I would say probably 8:15, Pat. We'll probably call it. So Pat's got about 22 minutes of heroics.
How many more do I have?
22. Well, you only need one to get a frog. You just need a 2.78, Pat. Or if you can catch two keepers, I guess we didn't specify, 2 bass. They don't even have to be keepers. Without me catching another one in that time frame. You're going to get out of Senko? You're going to give up? People at home, do you think the Senko is fishing for the win, trying to catch a couple keepers, or do you think it's just like giving up? Like, what's the consensus? What should Pat do?
Spinning rod, Senko.
Spinning rod of the Senko. Pat's thinking about it. You at least got braid on that, or like hooking them and getting them in is two completely different things. And this isn't fishing around docks back home where there's barely any grass. You throw a Senko up there, like on 10-pound. Well, you got braid, but you probably got some little. You got a leader on there. Was it like 8-pound, 10-pound, 10? Come on, swim jig. Oh, Pat, are you hooked up? That sounds like a decent one, Pat. Can you get it out? Oh, it might be close. We got to at least weigh him. He's definitely worth weighing. Choked it though.
Yeah.
They're still when they get the frog, they want it.
Nice.
Oh boy, Team
3-3.
Pat. And we're tied up on. Oh, things just got interesting, Pat.
It's 3-3.
276. 262. Close. At least it'll look respectable on the ticker, Pat.
Yeah.
Nice fish. So, show the camera your fine specimen. The crowd goes wild for Team Pat. The underdog ties it up.
Yep, it's updated. It's 3-3. So
Swim jig's officially getting put away now. That fish absolutely crushed that frog. Maybe we rushed through the wrong stuff, Pat. Got stuck fishing history.
Sean says, "Oh dang."
The crowd's going wild, Pat. Oh, Pat just zings one in front of the boat. Pat's feeling it. That was a good bite. There's no doubt on that one. The Pad Crasher strikes back. 2 on the Pad Crasher, 1 on the Craw Tube, and 3 on the Spro for me. I should probably just take you out in the middle, ice you. That's what they used to do in Ultimate Match Fishing back in the day. They would just. I should have just been like, well, I guess fourth quarter, I'm controlling the front of the boat. I'm just going to drive out into 65 feet of water and end it. Oh, he missed it! How did I not get him? Frogs full of grass. Oh boy. Stupid Terminator frog. It looked like he had it. I'm pretty sure that was a bass too.
Frog with a Senko backup. If you
Oh, what? Oh, Pat lost it. He was hooked up and he lost it. He almost sniped my fish. Oh man, things just got real.
3-3, Matt.
Have you been updating it under our names at all or not?
Yes.
Okay. Man, all of a sudden the bite has gotten ferocious in the last 5 minutes here. I feel like cutting off this frog and putting on a black one. Oh! Not a good cast. Damn it. I was going to try to turn the boat and we just saw one blow up like right in front of the boat. Something. Both going for a flipping bait. That might be the same spot where I had that one a couple times earlier. It looks really similar. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like that's that where we like tried to pitch back. I think that is the same spot where that one just surfaced. He must have got what he was going for. What was that? I just heard something blow up. Things are happening all of a sudden in this little section. We went from barely hearing any noise to like oh boy. Can you guys feel the tension at home?
Yeah. But the consensus is like everyone's excited right now. Yep, it's getting hot in here, is what Clay said.
I don't know if they're going to be biting like this. We might go to 8:30. It felt like oh, the bite's dying. We'll just wrap this thing up. All of a sudden, now it's like, give me more.
Yeah, it's 3-3. So just keep it going, I think.
Where the heck was that? Sounded like it was way back there.
Yeah, it did.
Ah, I think I saw it. I don't know if I got there. Oh, camera down. What'd you do, Pat? I got it. Pat's reaching for the phone, and we're back on top.
Nice.
Pound and 3/4. We'll give that one. Need to wait or we'll get our best 5 calculation, which is not a monstrous number by any means tonight, but our combined best 5 between the two of us. All right, time's up.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'll give a short side him at 205. We're at a monstrous 10.75 for our best 5 tonight. Got the one on the baby Terminator, 2-pounder. These are heating up. Still like 57 people watching. What that camera angle looks like here. Oof. Brian's frantically. So that one blew up twice in this hole, and we could hear them, but I couldn't really see other than that there just looked vaguely was a hole back there. And as the camera fell, I threw in there, and as Pat was picking it up, he smoked it, and I couldn't see the frog, but I just had to swing on it because I just had to trust that he had it. Wild times in the Mississippi backwaters.
Darius says 2-minute penalty for hitting the carpet with the phone.
a phone filming violation.
That is the consensus.
It sounds like it's one person, not a consensus, but
Yeah, that's true.
that thing was way back in there. That was a fun bite. Did you enjoy that one, Pat?
I did, yeah.
This thing looks so good in front of us, but I have not got any bites off this thing either time I've been here.
Hey,
Thought I heard something over there, Pat. It's that one way back up in a hole. No takers.
Rich, like,
Yep.
do you think KVD is retiring or no?
I mean, like from tournament fishing, I mean, what I'm hearing, right, is that like he's going to fish red crest and heavy hitters next year, and that's going to be it. Do I think it's absolutely impossible that he somehow, like in the next couple of years, all of a sudden just fishes an open and somehow gets a legend exemption? Not impossible, but I don't think. I mean, I don't think it's. I don't think like next year we're going to see him like, oh, just kidding, guys, elite exemption. Like, I could be wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, you get 2-3 years from now, I can definitely say, like, oh, guys, haha, I was wrong. I missed it too much. I'm going to take the elite exemption and try to fish a classic or two. Like,
Why is he retiring?
I don't know that he. Honestly, I mean, it could be though too. Like, I think the take that he's just like fed up with the BPT BS, like all the Jeff Sprague and Cayuga and all these things inconsistent. Like, I mean, that's not how KVD rolls. So like, I mean, he could be just fed up with all of the crap in professional fishing. I don't know. And he's always said he wants to go out on his terms, like Barry Sanders, Robert Smith type thing. Like, he doesn't want to be like David Fritz, who's been irrelevant for a long time. And I don't think he wants to end his career where he's just out there, not being competitive. And clearly he was competitive to the very end because he finished second in his last tournament. So, yeah, I don't know. It's hard. But like, he doesn't need tournament fishing to make money and be relevant, like I definitely think we're gonna see, whether it's just expanded Strike King Journal or he has his own show like Zona does or something like that. I think there's gonna be something more official with Bass Pro, whether it's his own TV series or a web series, or we'll see something that's like a Bass Pro KVD like feature of some kind, or I don't know what it'll be, but I think there'll be something. I'm pretty sure they know what it is, but I don't think they've talked about it yet. We didn't really get up in this like pocket earlier. I did get some bites in the tournament up here. I don't know. They might have been mostly dogfish and pike, but we're gonna nose our way up here in this thick stuff here. See if somebody's home back here. The water, I think, definitely has come down a smidge because things have gotten thicker in places. Let's see. A little alley right here. What's Clay think? What's KB gonna do? What the heck was that? That was like way back somewhere. I have noticed with earbuds in, it's a lot harder to tell where sounds come from. What's your what do you think's gonna happen, Brian?
You know what? It's hard for me to think right now because I'm reading comments and stuff. Yeah, like this is a lot. Like for showing up to this, a couple hours before. But
if anybody wants to super chat and put Brian's name on it, I'll send him the super chat. If anybody wants to thank Brian.
Oh, that's okay.
Throw it out there.
No, I'm just happy to help. Where are you right now for the guys who are?
We are in some Mississippi River backwaters south of Minneapolis, a ways, St. Paul down there. Trying to. Been mostly a frog battle. We've had one flipping fish, as promised. I think I missed one on a swim jig. Don't know what it was, but pretty much all of our bites, except for 2, have come on frogs. I know you didn't have any bites on anything else, have you, Pat? No. I did catch a monster dogfish right in this area in the tournament. Not gonna lie, big dog.
So Matt says YouTube needs to get with the TTS program because I don't know how they don't have that for lives yet.
I don't. What's TTS?
I don't know.
Unpack the abbreviation for us.
Yeah.
Matthew. Almost gotten 2 thick back here. I don't know. There's a chance that these fish have just, with the water dropping, that we might have been needed to get into a different area. I don't know. They might have shifted a little bit. I mean, not that it was bad. I guess we caught 7, which isn't terrible. We definitely had probably at least 3 or 4 other solid bass bites that we did not convert. And then who knows, some of those other bites, they might have been pike or dogfish or whatever, but we easily could have 10 plus fish in the boat with just a little cleaner fishing here. So all in all, not a bad evening. I know you always want to wreck them, especially when the cameras and the live's rolling, but a couple of these, I think our first 2 fish, well, I guess the last one you got was a good one, but up until that last one, our first two were like our best ones.
Text to speech. Like.
Oh,
maybe
yeah. The other, like, does that work? Like, so the other platforms like Twitch and stuff, like I'd be able to listen and I'd hear the comments. I feel like that would get to be really jumbled though. Like, I don't know, like if you had like 100 or 200 people watching, like I imagine the comments at times have come in pretty quick tonight, and like that'd probably be a lot to process. And I don't know how you would talk over that. But I also have ideas like how I like put it, like maybe mount a more rigid mount up here by my Garmin for a tablet with like a bigger screen where I could just glance down and read. I could see like that's something that I've been definitely kicking around in my head, so that I like it's awesome, you know, having Brandon and Brian moderate, and I really appreciate it. It makes it a really cool experience, I think. But I honestly also know that like people have lives, and like it'd be nice to be able to just like I'm on a really cool bite. Let me fire this up, you know, and not have to have a moderator. I think having a moderator at times, when possible, makes it a lot more fun interacting and easier on me. But it would be nice to be able to do it somehow without a moderator. And I think, yeah, it would open it up to be, you know, maybe some more smaller tournaments and things like that. Possibly doing the live. I don't think I could do it in the bigger tournaments because I think it'd be too hard to control the information from people on the internet and what they're saying. And I think that would just potentially open a gray area. Not saying that I would act on information, but like, you know, I just potentially got open questions for other anglers. I just don't know. I mean, in some of the smaller fun tournaments, I don't think anybody would care. But like, if you're fishing for a little more money, I think that'd be a gray area that we'd probably have to stay away from. At least having any kind, I could live stream, but I guess I would just have to disable comments or something like that. But then I think that kind of defeats the whole purpose of like a live stream. I don't know. Other than me just streaming my voice of conscience into my earbuds or something, but
So Matt said, like a moderator can obviously control it, but for Twitch, like certain comments will
yeah,
like would be like from only members, like and or donations.
sure. Yeah, I've definitely seen. I guess I've seen that with like, you know, whatever Twitch's version of super chats, where like, is that you? No, thought that was you casting in front of the boat. Yeah, I've seen that where it like automatically reads the super chat. Oh, that might be just sealed the deal there. Right in front of the boat. I saw one swirl. And is that 5? Is that a 5 bass limit? Another pound and a half, pound and a quarter. Frogfish. Not quite, probably a little bigger than a Debo special. South Jersey Fisherman says, R.I.P. Pat. It was a good run, Pat. That was right at the buzzer, 8:16. Should we give it another 14 minutes here? We'll just kind of fish down this edge. A 2-fish lead with 14 minutes to go, Pat. So the last like 2 or 3 fish were like ones that we actually saw or heard a blow up and then like reacted to. That was a good cast. That should get bit. That one's for Sean. Are you still watching, Sean?
Yes, he is.
Come on, eat it for Sean. For Sean. For Sean. Stupid fish. Don't listen. No respect, Sean. Been a while. I guess that one last decent fish I caught was a ways back in there. That 2-pounder. I don't know. They're all over the place. We've caught them on the edges, the sparse, the thick stuff, deep in pockets. It's been kind of hard to like really focus on a key area. Usually you get a zone at some point where it's like, all right, they're in there, or they're on the edges, and you can kind of key on it. But that doesn't really seem to materialize tonight. Yeah, it's
Jim
just
is
like
saying swim jig.
I've thrown a swim jig quite a bit. I've kind of given up on it. Pat
That's
caught
what
like
I
his
thought,
last
too.
2 fish when I was like, I'm putting this swim jig down. He's breathing down my neck.
Clay had to leave. You said awesome show.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Clay. What do you think of it, Pat? Is this our normal fishing more fun? We're gonna do it away. Get it at you. You're gonna have to speak up. But like Pat says, it was fun.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
We're gonna have to we got to bring a cord and a battery for Pat's phone next time.
Yeah, we can still hear him. Like it's just faint.
We if we can get cell phone signal, we could bring this to like Pat's home turf, and then he wouldn't have any excuses.
Still have excuses.
Just different excuses.
Yeah.
Tournament tomorrow?
Saturday.
Ugh. I don't think Laura would be down for me going to a tournament on Saturday, but that does sound fun. Pat's gonna go for the buzzbait. I can feel it. Nope, he's pitching, flipping. He feels like this is a nice hard edge. He wants to flip it. Trying to just pick up the pace here, fish down this edge more. Look for an active one. Oh, we lose everybody? Got a text from no. I don't see Brian anymore. Did Brian die?
No, I'm on here. No, I'm just we're just hanging out.
Just listening.
Not a lot is going on. Yeah.
Just so quiet.
56 watching and
we've carried pretty consistently. Like it hasn't been monster numbers, but it'll be interesting to see what the replay does. Like if people tune in and be like, "Oh, I want to see this again," or I don't know if it has any replay value.
Yeah, if you think about it, I mean, you're almost at 3 hours right now. I mean, I'm surprised that it's held off the same amount for this long. You know what I mean? But I mean, I love the concept. It's awesome.
Kind of seemed like there was that zone right by where that point comes out. That's where a lot of our, looking back in retrospect, a lot of the bites came within, I don't know, 500 yards or 200 yards each side of that little finger. Starting to get hungry, Pat.
Ate yet?
I had a little snack on the way here, but were you eating the whole time back there and I just didn't notice?
No.
Did you have a pizza and you didn't share, or what?
No.
Oh, there's a big doggo just under the surface here. See him?
Oh, yeah.
See if we can tempt him with the frog. Which way did he go? I don't know which way he went. Flip in there, Pat. Get him.
Yeah.
I think Kyle put a big bounty on a swamp dragon. Dogfish, swamp dragon. It's a $3 frog.
Yeah.
The pad crasher.
$4.
Everybody in chat wants the dogfish. Doggo, doggo, go, Pat, go, flip in there. I can hear him. Shoe pick, Drennel. What's the common most common name for the dogfish where you grew up when you were a kid, Pat?
I think it was just dog.
Dogfish? You guys weren't mudfish, you're more dogfish?
Nathan says, put on a Rico.
Rico. There are some other places on this
Authorized
river, but like we just kind of like stuck to this. We could have ran some places. There are some places on this river we could have went and fished for smallies, but it's just like condensed time frame. I feel like I don't know, people don't want us to watch us driving around and yeah. Exciting.
Like it.
Oh, Pat's hooked up. Here he comes, folks. You were very consistent with the size of your fish tonight, Pat.
I got the one.
You got one nice one, but otherwise very consistent. But they're eating it.
They like the little frog egg.
It's not over.
No.
5-4. Man, right down to the wire. This is
You're
the
like, all right,
tension.
time to go.
The tension. 7 minutes. He pulls back within 1. The crowd goes wild for Pat. They're chanting, Pat, 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 Pat. Oh, I missed one. He missed me. I shouldn't have said.
Comeback of 2023.
Untangled this.
If I would have missed that one.
That's right. The one you had. You had that potential fish on.
My rod and reel was not the best setup.
No? You feel like your equipment failed you on that one?
I switched to the flipping stick.
Oh, so you after that fish, you switched?
I cut off. No, I cut off my frog and put it onto the better.
That's what I mean. You put your...
Yep. Can't cast as far with this one, but I can definitely fix that.
So Pat says he had the wrong rod for the first part of the night. Open water frog rod, not heavy cover. I just missed one back here. I don't know if he's going to come back. Didn't look real big, but...
Yeah, they want him to tie it up right now, Rich.
the chat is on your side, Pat. Weight is gone out of my Terminator frog. My back is against the wall. We're flipping in on a missed bite here. See if there's any chance to... What's that, Pat? You hear that? I feel like I'm an internet villain all of a sudden. Nobody likes me. Lovable Pat. Everybody wants Pat to win. Got time to retie a frog.
Patrick, like he wants him to get one more and also a 3-pounder.
Pat's coming up front. They want you. They're looking for a tie-up fish and a. All right, we're cutting the Terminator off. With the last few minutes, we're spending time to. Here's my backup lava frog. I'm like KVD, right down to the wire. I'm not giving up. Pat is taking. He's feeling it. He's up front, toe to toe.
Right now it is it's 8:27.
8:27.
Yep.
Are we stopping at 8:30?
You do whatever you want.
I'm asking Pat. Whenever he catches the next fish. I feel like we're getting close to sunset here.
Yeah.
Back in the game. We're going toe to toe, right up front. Plenty of room up front.
Kyle says TK and AJ couldn't take you down, so now it's up to Pat.
There you go. Pat is the people's champ. Two minutes, Pat.
Nathan said this is awesome. Do it again.
Right on, Nathan. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, it's fun going fishing with your buddies, but it's like you got like 40, 50 other buddies watching in the chat, hanging out. I don't know.
Like party.
Big party. The frogging party. It could be a lot of fun, like if you like go up to like Lake Wahabadu or something where you just know that you're gonna catch like a pile of bass.
Little Rich says screenshot the Visor twins.
Visor twins. Maybe I'll give Pat a Visor Gang sticker for his participation trophy tonight. 829.
I want my frog.
You want your frog?
Yeah.
But you haven't won a frog yet. If you tie it up, I'll give you a frog. But you're down to lick. You're literally your last minute, Pat. What if we double up and you get the tying fish, but then I get the go-ahead fish? Right? Yeah, that'd be exciting. But what if my fish is even bigger than your fish on the double up?
Bob is in the house. He said this is really cool.
Which Bob? Bob Stevens?
Yes, sir.
The one and only? The Balsa King? Double. Boom, boom, boom. Man, it's been 8:29 for a while. I feel like this is what it's like at BPT when you have the lead and it's just like the clock. Dare it hit 8:30. Did we go to 8:31? You get the full like last minute. Part of me just never wants to stop fishing. Oh man, they're just swirling in front of the boat. Probably a pike. Pat's going out. Yeah. Open water. Oh. Getting kind of dark. Would make it awesome if Pat got an epic blow up and hooked up on it, and it was just a pike. And his dreams got shattered by a toothy, scummy pike. All right, just gonna work our way out to the edge. These are your last few casts, Pat. He's like, no, look right back there. There's a sea one, Rich. You gotta be able to cast like that to get to him, Pat. Why do you throw the coastal? You can fire your frog twice as far as Pat can. Well, it looked like doom and gloom early on, Pat, but you fought hard to the end. You almost made it happen. You had the fish on to tie it up. But Team Bronzeye, Team Terminator beats Team... Should we just wrap it up here, Pat?
Yep.
Get down here in front of the... Well, it was fun, Pat. Yeah. Thanks, everybody that tuned in. All 50, 60 of you. We're going to wrap this up. I keep all my frogs, but Pat's going to get a Visor Gang sticker as a consolation prize. You can put on your water bottle as a commemoration prize. Do it again.
Yes.
Thanks everybody. Thanks, Brian. You want to, I guess, as always, here to help you guys catch more big bass and suck. There's one service right there. But why don't you end it for us, Brian? And thanks, everybody.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.